So hi, in this video we will be discussing about NumPy attributes, NumPy array attributes. Uh, there are quite a few important NumPy array attributes which you need to have an idea about. You don't have to memorize these things. You just have to know that NumPy could do this, and you can just Google the syntax whenever you want. So first of all, let's import NumPy as np, and I've already told you why NumPy is imported as np in my previous video. You can go check that out. um, the first video of my NumPy series, in that video you will have this, so go check that out. So imported, shift enter, you go to next cell, importing everything. And there's a small small trick here. When you can type in p dot tab, as you can see, Python here is analyzing stuff. There's a black dot here, it's running the dot thing. So yeah, so there's a small trick here to see what are all the functions NumPy has. So you just type dot and click tab. It could take few seconds, but it will eventually show. So these are all the functions which NumPy comes with inbuilt. There are so many functions. Routines, as what NumPy calls it, they are called NumPy routines. Zeros like void, vsplit, so many, vstack, headstack, and we'll touch few of the important ones which are used in data science. So let's go. The first one is you so you can use np dot random to generate a random array of random numbers. What you can do is, if you want to generate the same random numbers all the time, you can use this function called seed, where it takes an integer. You can give any integer, you can literally give any integer. How the seed works is, once the NumPy has generated a random number array, the seed would copy those numbers, and always will create the array using the same numbers. So you don't want, for a practice session, you don't want numbers to keep changing continuously, so that you don't get the results which I'm getting not on your computer. So you just feed it with seed 0 and you will be good to go. So seed is set, and now what you can do is you can create three arrays. Let's create three arrays. So the importance, so what we are going to discuss in this video is, there are various attributes of NumPy. So let us individually explore every attribute. Let's create three arrays. X1 is equal to np dot random dot rand, maybe int. We have 10, size is equal to 6. So this is basically you are creating a one-dimensional array of size 10 with random integers, and taking them randomly. The size is 6. This is a one-dimensional array. Let's create a two-dimensional array. X2 is equal to np dot random dot rand int, with the size is 10, and the number of elements would be 10, and the size would be something like 3 by 2, and x3. Okay, let's just two-dimensional. Let's go two-dimensional first. And okay, let's run the cells. Fine. Print x1 is 503379. Okay, now print x2. So there you have it, your 3 rows and 2 columns. These are rows: first row, second row, third row, first col no this 3 2 7, this is the first column. 5 4 6, this is the second column. Okay, now let's go. We So the first attribute we are going to look at is x1 dot dimension. What is the dimension of x1? There you go, it's one dimensional. What is the dimension of x2? It's two dimensional. So ndim, this is the attribute of array. One of the attribute array is dimension. So x1 dot shape, x1 dot shape, that is 6. Yeah, you don't have any other axis, so 6 comma nothing, which means there is a row of size 6. Okay, then x2 dot shape, you get 3 comma 2. Another one is x1 dot size 6, x2 dot size 6. Yeah, you can see that you have 6 elements. Another thing which you can see is x1 dot d type. So what type of data type x1 is holding? It's int32, and x2 dot d type, so that's int32. So another attribute would be x1 dot item size, that's 4. Let us just cross check. Let's see, x2 dot item size, it's 4. Okay, item size gives you number of bytes. So these are 4 bytes and these are 4 bytes. Okay, yeah, those gives you. So the item size gives you number of bytes that it is using. Another one is n bytes, x1 dot n bytes. This also gives you number of bytes it's using. So x2 dot n bytes is also 24. So total size of the array. So I'm telling you again, don't memorize these functions. You just have to know what NumPy can do, what NumPy is capable of doing, and then you can find the syntax anytime on Google or any book you're so in that way, let us end this video here. I'll meet you in the next video. Bye bye.